Hi everyone. So I finally got home to watch the Lady Gaga "You and I" video, and first I will say it was a great video. Amazing visuals as usual. They obviously put a lot of work into it. The beginning, you find her walking um, pretty much in Nebraska, and it symbolizes for people. I'm gonna explain a little bit about the video. You see her walking in Nebraska, but she didn't just get there. She actually escaped from being tortured and abused in the beginning, and she walked her way back to Nebraska. Um, and the torture and abuse pretty much is the fame. 2 years ago, she used to date this guy before she got popular. His name was Luke Carl, and he owned a club in Nebraska. And they were dating, they were set to get married and everything, and he broke up with her because she got famous. And on her chase to fame, it made it a really awkward situation, really rocky. And so, she left Nebraska, went back to New York, back and forth from New York, Nebraska, Los Angeles, New York, Nebraska, Los Angeles, till finally she met Akon, and things played out from there. So that's basically what this song is kind of dedicated to her ex-boyfriend 2 years ago, before the fame, which explains why she would say, it's been 2 years since I let you go, the heart of gold, stuff like that. And in the video, um, Luke Carl, but see, you don't see it because Luke Carl is actually her alter ego, which is Joe Calderone. So she actually makes out with herself, but they're pumping gold into her heart. And she's surrounded by gold. So there's some interesting visuals here. For a lot of people who don't know the back history, I could see why this video would be confusing. It's not as straightforward as, say, Telephone and other videos like that. So anyway, she's been walking to Nebraska from New York or LA, one of those places. It wasn't from anywhere else. The reason why I know this is because obviously she was dumped by Luke Carl, but she still loves him. There's only three things she loves: Nebraska, Jesus Christ, and the other thing that she mentioned, and oh, and her daddy. And Nebraska would be Luke Carl. So she walks to Nebraska on this farm or whatever, this plantation, and she has these bloody ankles. Obviously, she is very torn up and tattered and and not put together, but she has this robotic type arm, and she has a bolt washer on her face, and very robotic half of her body, because that half of her body probably symbolizes that she was being put back together, in a sense, not put back together, but trying to bring herself up. And the other side, her ankles, beat up and everything, is the fame. But she stands there very tall with the heels on, the long flowing caping dress, the large oversized hat, all in black. And it symbolizes, like, at the time when her fame was not at its peak, because right now she's almost at her peak, or she's reaching it. When it was just getting started and she exploded with Just Dance, she kind of put everything on hold, relationships and things of that nature, and that messed with her. So a lot of people who don't know this are going to look at this video and say, okay, she's in Nebraska, but then I see her here, I see her here, I see her dancing, I see her getting pumped with whatever this substance was, but it was gold, I'm telling you. Um, I see her like a Frankenstein on this chair, I see her, dancing, and all of those were her different, like when she was dancing with the turquoise hair and stuff, that was her most recent Gaga form. When I say Gaga form, I mean like her most recent. Like, if you ever see her perform right now, she'll either have turquoise hair, which is an anime type thing. It's really in style right now, or she will have the kind of it'll still be turquoise, but it'll be a bob instead. It'll be cut short. But that's her most recent fame, which you see her dancing and everything like that. You also find her on the piano. Now, the piano scene was from an older concert when she first is getting popular. You see her, and that was her older look. If you remember, that was her older look. She had gray hair, and no, most people are under the impression that it was actually blonde, but in my posters, I mean, it shows up blonde, but it was actually gray. If you see her live, you'll know that it was gray hair. It was her fresh beginning before Just Dance, but she was symbolizing how she was already an old artist. So she has gray hair, pale face, neutral makeup, it has a lot of symbolism in this video. So she's playing the piano, and on top is this little girl sitting on top of her piano as she's playing. And she's playing in Nebraska while all this is going on. So almost as though she not regrets this, but feels sorry. And then it keeps flashing back to her with the black on, walking with her robotic stuff and her big glasses and everything as Gaga. Now that's Gaga coming back to Nebraska. When you see Joe Calderone in the video, which is her male alter ego, we realize that she actually kisses herself as Joe. Joe is her ex-boyfriend, but she obviously couldn't have him in the video, so she made Joe Calderone be that person. So go check out the video. I'm gonna leave a link in the description. I hope you guys enjoyed an explanation about what the You and I video was about. If you're a little bit confused, or if you're still confused, leave it in the comments below. Thank you.